Howdy. Today's Thursday, February 26th. The lesson comes from the book of Acts, chapter 17, verse 4. Some of the Jews joined Paul and Silas, as did a large number of God-fearing Greeks and quite a few prominent women. The lesson's titled, A Woman of Influence, by Stan Weisbrod. The family was desperately poor. Only the neighbors and a few relatives knew of them. They lived in the wilderness. They lacked the outer trappings of wealth and influence. Their home was a simple one-room log cabin. Their only heat was provided by a stone fireplace, which also doubled as a stove for cooking. Water had to be hauled from outside the cabin. The only light was provided by candles and a lantern. And yet, in this humble home lived a very influential woman. On her lap sat a gangly little boy, carried away into a marvelous world, much larger than the woods and rocky garden patch at the door, since the mother had read to the little boy. Many years later, Abraham Lincoln spoke of the riches that were his because his mother read to him. Please tell me, how wide was the circle of influence of this woman? How can God grant you influence that truly matters? This lesson I took the time to actually read a few times before coming to do my version of it, since it reflects on the story of Abraham Lincoln and the importance that was his mother. And what it seems to be suggesting is that since his mother raised him, that she managed to influence each of those other people that Abraham Lincoln's life had touched himself. And it's a very interesting prospect and thing to reflect on. It has much merit to it, and it's something that we need to remember ourselves, that each day, each person that we go by and touch is someone that we're having an impact on, whether it may be conscious or subconscious. There are things that we leave behind on people in a day that we may not even realize. As such, this mother and the boy she raised him to be Abraham Lincoln, but his life turned out to be much more than may have been anything that she meant to be her influence. So it may not have been a conscious decision of hers, but it's something that came to be. So let us all be very wise of the question here at the end. How can God grant you influence that truly matters? And first and foremost, we have to remember to come to God and to be asking for His merit and His worthiness in our life to help us give influence to those around us, and sometimes even in ourselves. We have to be influencing ourselves in order to influence others, is something I think is worth reflecting on as well. Thank you.